We're basically what I'm just kind of looking for is that lifeline, and I can't get as deep into it as a lot of the gals can. I'm just going to have you. Okay, got a good shot there. Okay, so this is basically your lifeline starting here. Okay, and you can see that there's a lot of feathering at the beginning. This is your adolescence, and then this is where you're going into later on in life. Okay. So the feathering here in the corners indicated that you had a lot of different influences on you as a young child, even though I think you said that I already know you're an only child.
Yes.
So were there a lot of other aunts, uncles, and people in your life that had a big influence on you? Yeah, because it looked like you didn't necessarily get all of your characteristics, and that's something that's been going on. That's something that was supposed to happen that way. Okay. Your lifeline curves down around, and it actually follows all the way down there. So it's pretty long. And on your, no, so let me see. This is your right hand. I always have to do it backwards. So this is the current incarnation. And it looks like, do you see how these lines split down here?
Yes.
Kind of on the bottom. There's going to be, later on in life, and it's probably going to be 70s-ish, that you're going to go through a major kind of little life change.
She'll live to be 70?
She'll live to be long.
Pressure to your nail bed to test something called capillary refill. Is that okay?
Yep.
Awesome. Can you hold your hands out in front of yourself like that for me? Color returned within 2 seconds.
2, 2, 1.
Fine, you can open your eyes. Stereognosis is the ability to tell what the object you are handling is without looking at it. This is achieved from the feel of its texture and shape and from having previously come across the same object. Ask the patient to shut their eyes and give them a familiar object to handle.
50p piece.
Thank you. And now.
Pen top.
That's good. Now, can I have your other hand, please?
Pen top. £50p piece.
Good.
Paperclip.
Fine, you can open your eyes now. Graphesthesia is the ability to recognize a number or a letter being inscribed in the palm of the hand. Use a pointed instrument like the end of an orange stick. Again, the patient keeps their eyes closed when the figure is drawn in the palm of the hand.
F.
That's fine. Can I have your other hand?
R.
Good.
Z.
That's fine, thank you.
Exactly like the fingerprint of the person, we can also find here that little spot, and this is a very important spot of the brain. All this is the reflex of the more academic brain. We have here hiding a very little part that is the parathyroid. Parathyroid is in charge of our calcium metabolism and circulation in the body. In the front of the toe, the big toe, at the top, we have the neck, and we have the tongue, and we have the tonsils. All are together here at the front of the toe. inside and outside is the neck. These are the reflexes of the big toe. Now here we can also find here the front teeth. It is very important here and inside. It is as if you push under the head where the head connects to the spine. This is the pituitary gland, very important part of the brain. This is the academic brain. This is also both sides of the neck. Parathyroid, in charge of the calcium circulation.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that is hold, relax.
And you're trying to twist too, right? Like bringing your heel in.
There's right. Yes. Okay. Then she would scoot to the other side of the table. I'm going to do the same leg. I'm just doing the other diagonal. So I'm getting the lateral structures there, right? So she's going to be a little bit tighter. Most people are. Okay. Go ahead and push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Relax and bring it towards your face. You all right? Push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's hold, relax. All right, let's show them contract, relax. Okay. Here. Now what you're going to do is when I tell you to push, you're going to push just through there, and then I'll passively bring you back up. Go ahead and push. And relax. Go ahead and push. And relax. And relax. Okay, so that's contract, relax. She's just going through the rotary component. You don't have to let her come all the way back down to the table. And then from the other side as well. What else?
It's only placed on the dorsal side. It's a small, very specific area, so it's a good idea to use your index finger. And from there, you continue all the way down in the middle of zone number 1. And if you find a sore spot, is this sore? Rose? Okay. Yes. So then I stay there and work it until the pain decreases. Is it okay? And then I continue all the way down to T12. Very specific, it's a tiny, delicate nerve. And the same course on the plantar side. So I start out just below the basis of the cranium, and then I work all the way down to T12. You tell me if it's painful anywhere, Rose. It's okay. Okay. With subtle touch treatment, the technique is bilateral.
It's remarkably unblemished for underneath, which is unusual because top of the foot is what you want the world to know. bottom of the foot is what you keep to yourself. So what you see is what you get with you. And that sounds funny, but that's quite rare. I often see a lot of things hidden underneath. You've got high self-esteem, but you've had to build a wall to stop people from pissing on your bonfire. And you have had a lot of responsibility dumped on your shoulders. I said that on the top of the foot, but that was more about you being in resistance to it. This is more about you feeling a bit fed up of having to put up with it. In the past, you would deliberately compartmentalise private life separate from what you're doing. You don't feel the need to do that anymore. And let's just have a look at the heels. Okay, so in terms of your plans for the future, there's a lot going on in that area. I think you've gone through a phase of feeling quite low about changes that have to take place. But you've come out the other side of that, but you're still left with the feeling that you're going through a rough time and you still want to make more changes. But I get the impression they've been foisted on you rather than you've chosen them, because otherwise I don't think it would look like that. You know, if you chose it for yourself, it would look healthier. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. Very deep thinker, but you can talk for England. But you wouldn't discuss things until you've had time to mull it over yourself. You don't like being put on the spot. You want time to think it through first.